Firstly, I will begin with Bhaichung. Sunil Chhetri coming back and playing for the Indian team. Is it a forward-moving step or is it a regressive step? How do you look at it?
Indian football, I don't think it's a great thing for us to depend on Sunil after his retirement. But obviously, it's a personal decision of coach and the player. At the moment, I think there is a pressure to the coach because the national team is not won entire last 2024. So I can understand his side of view. But if you look at it, I don't think it's a good sign for us as Indian football to really rely because you play Asia Cup qualifiers. Now this qualifiers is not a one-week tournament, it's a one-year tournament. Last two matches are going to be played in 2025 and the next match...
You are the chairman of the technical committee in AIFF. आपका क्या सोच है इसके बारे में? सुनील के रिटायरमेंट में लेना चाहिए था, वापस लेना, क्या सोच?
वो अभी हम लोग को मालूम है रिटायर के बाद में आईएसएल में तो बहुत अच्छा ही खेलता है, इसलिए तो कोच आ गया, कोच को बहुत पसंद है, फिर टीम आ गया, गोल भी मारा। ये तो स्ट्राइकर खेलते वो लोग के लिए दूसरा जूनियर प्लेयर्स के लिए बहुत अच्छा है क्योंकि रिटायर करके वापस आएंगे फिर भी अच्छा खेलेंगे। वो आईएसएल में भी टॉप स्कोर रहे, फिर क्यों नहीं मिलेगा इंडियन टीम में? सुनील तो ऑलवेज बहुत अच्छा है, मेरे को तो बहुत पसंद करते हैं, उसका मैच देखे तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है। भाईचुंग वो दोनों एक साथ खेलने के टाइम में बहुत अच्छा कॉम्बिनेशन था दोनों।
You are not just a footballer, great footballer, but you are also a football thinker. So when you see such poor refereeing in ISL, and when you see East Bengal getting subjected to bad refereeing decisions time and again, what do you feel about it? Why is this happening?
I think the mistakes are made. Mistakes definitely referee होते पारे. It's just not ISL. एक अपनी World Cup देखो Premier League देखते पारे. I think there are mistakes referees does it. And in fact, देखो I think we've got a best technology VAR. Even VAR there is a huge controversy. A lot of wrong decisions are given even in VAR. So I think yes, the referees in India should definitely improve because the standard of refereeing I think has got huge potential for Indian referees to improve so that they can go on to referee in some of the Asia Cup and the World Cup matches as well. But I don't see any, I'm not saying only East Bengal, I'm saying a lot of other clubs I've heard complaining about referees. There has been referees' mistake. I think referees committee has to really sincerely look into all those mistakes, try and educate, try and make all the mistakes that made, learn from those mistakes so that they don't repeat it. And if there is a very genuine, intentionally decisions are being made wrong, I think the action has to be taken to referees as well, which anywhere around the world, there are actions which has been taken against referees. And one of the biggest referees blunder was against India, which we saw against Qatar, away match, 2-1 India Herechilo. I think that was one of the biggest blunders. You could completely see the ball had gone out. And using VAR technology as well, despite that, we had a goal DH India to do. So I think there are those kind of big mistakes happening. So referees are human, but I don't think those kind of mistakes should happen.
That India will host the World Cup in 2046 or whatever. Going by the state of affairs in Indian football, do you actually think India can organize the World Cup soccer?
No, why not? I think there's nothing wrong in trying and attempting to host World Cup because I think there are a lot of Asian countries that try to host it. I think Saudi Arabia has got the World Cup rights. World Cup, they're hosting it, I think, after 10 years. So I don't see why India can't. I think India is trying to host Olympics first. I think it's very important that it's just not the football federation, but it's the bigger answer with the government of India, which should come full out backing and supporting the India host. But I think more than that, before hosting and trying to host FIFA World Cup, I think we have to realistically perform much better. We should be qualifying in under 17, under 19, under 20 World Cup on merit basis, not just by hosting it. Forget the senior World Cup. I think the most important thing is right now we are still struggling to qualify in Asia Cup in under-age group tournaments. We've just been out from under-20 Asia Cup qualifiers. We are not even qualifying for under-17 Asia Cup, forget the World Cup. So I think these are the realistic aim which we need to keep it, rather than directly trying to host World Cup and trying to play there. So I think grassroots level tournaments, which are under-17, 19 and 20, that is our first target to qualify on merit in at least least Asia Cup. And then if you qualify World Cup under 17, 19, then you can actually dream of playing World Cup one day. But if you're not qualifying under 17, under 19 on merit basis on the World Cup, under on age group tournament,